today our topic is nutrition. That is, we are going to learn about biology. And the topic is nutrition. I hope you've eaten today. So, what is meant by nutrition? Nutrition is the series of processes by which organisms takes in and assimilate food substances and use them to provide energy for growth activities and reproduction. Let me take it again and then write the key points. Nutrition is the series of processes. Series is a series of processes. That's the first point. Nutrition is a series of processes by which organisms takes in and assimilate food substances. Takes in and assimilate food substances. Yes, and use them to provide energy. For growth activities and reproduction. For growth activities. And reproduction. So, nutrition is a complex process. So, nutrition is a series of processes, the sum of all the processes whereby the energy stored in food substances are being absorbed into the cells of the body. That is, the cells in our body need energy to carry out its processes. That is, the anabolic process and the catabolic process. All of them need energy to carry out their processes. So, nutrition is the sum total of all the processes by which the living organisms takes in food, and also how the energy stored in the food are being absorbed into the cells of the body. So, let's talk about the importance of nutrition. Importance of nutrition. Importance of nutrition. 1. Nutrition provides materials needed for growth. Materials needed for growth. Secondly, nutrition provides energy. Third, nutrition provides materials for protection and also to repair worn out tissues and maintenance of the body. So these are the importance of nutrition. Okay, so let's go to the types of nutrition. Types of nutrition. Types of nutrition. I hope you are all familiar with the types of nutrition. The first type of nutrition is the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition. Autotrophic mode of nutrition. And the next type is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So let's talk about the autotrophic mode of nutrition. The autotrophic mode of nutrition is the process by which organisms uses sunlight or chemical energy. Note, the key point is uses sunlight or chemical energy to synthesize organic food substance from simple inorganic substances. So, the process by which an organism is able to manufacture complex food substances from similar ones is what we call autotrophic mode of nutrition. So it's the process by which organism uses sunlight or chemical energy. Note, it's not only sunlight but or chemical energy. This means that some organisms can use sunlight and at the same time others can use chemical energy. So let's look at the types of autotrophic mode of nutrition. Under the autotrophic mode of nutrition, we have photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. That is, photo means what? Light, as you all know. So photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. So let's talk about the photosynthetic under the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. So photo means light, chemo means chemical. I hope you understand it. So photosynthetic nutrition is the type of autotrophic nutrition in which organisms uses energy from sun or light to synthesize organic food substances from simple inorganic substances. Photosynthetic organisms are referred to as phototrophs or holophytic. Phototrophs are organisms which uses energy from sunlight or sun to synthesize organic food substances, or photosynthetic organisms includes green plants. So all the organisms which can undergo photosynthetic mode of nutrition, they are made up of three types of organisms. That is, under the photosynthetic mode of nutrition, you get green plants, which all of us are familiar with. Green plants and algae such as spirogyra, algae, e.g. spirogyra, spirogyra. And the last organism is photosynthetic bacteria. Note, not all bacteria undergo photosynthesis, but there are some type of bacteria which can undergo photosynthesis by using the energy from the sun or energy absorbed from a light. That is some photosynthetic bacteria. So the types of bacteria which can undergo photosynthesis are called photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria. So let's talk about the photosynthetic bacteria. These trap light energy using a pigment called bacteriochlorophyll, and use carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide instead of water as raw materials. So in green plants, water will be used, but during the photosynthesis of photosynthetic bacteria, it will use hydrogen sulfide as raw material. They release sulfur as byproduct instead of oxygen. So in H2O, that is in green plants, O2 is released, oxygen gas is released. But in photosynthetic bacteria, which uses bacteriochlorophyll, it uses hydrogen sulfide as the raw material. So photosynthetic bacteria uses hydrogen sulfide, and due to the sulfur is produced as the byproduct, sulfur. I hope you understand this. So photosynthetic bacteria are known as sulfur bacteria since they use hydrogen sulfide to synthesize food materials. Do you understand this? Yes. So bacteriochlorophyll exists in two different forms. One looks green and the other looks purple. The two groups of photosynthetic bacteria are green sulfur bacteria and purple sulfur bacteria. I hope you understand it. Due to the color of the bacterial chlorophyll. So, a green sulfur bacteria has a green bacterial chlorophyll, whilst a purple sulfur bacteria has a purple bacterial chlorophyll. I hope you understand this. Yes. So let's go to the chemosynthetic nutrition. Chemosynthetic nutrition. Chemosynthetic nutrition is a type of autotrophic nutrition in which some microorganisms use energy from chemical reactions such as oxidation in the environment to produce organic food substances from simple inorganic substances. Chemosynthesis occurs in vents at the bottom of the ocean, deep inside rocks where light is unavailable for photosynthesis. So, most of the organisms living in deep sea, when the penetration of light is poor or very low, their mode of nutrition is mostly chemosynthetic mode of nutrition, since there is no light for them to undergo photosynthetic nutrition. But naturally, they are autotrophic or autotrophs. That is, they are able to manufacture their own food. But due to where they are living, they don't get access to sunlight. So due to this, they absorb the energy needed for manufacturing of food through chemical reactions such as oxidation. I hope you understand this. Yes. So let's talk about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Then we end the first part of nutrition. So heterotrophic nutrition is the type of nutrition in which organisms depend on complex organic substances in autotroph for food, since they cannot synthesize their own food. As human beings, you cannot manufacture your own food, but rather you have to depend on the food manufactured by other organisms that is autotrophs, for you to be able to get food to eat. So the autotrophic mode of nutrition is about organisms which are not able to manufacture their own food, but have to depend on other organisms for food. The main kinds of heterotrophic nutrition are holozoic nutrition, saprophytic, and parasitic. So let's discuss about just the types, then we end the first part of nutrition. So holozoic mode of nutrition. This is a type of heterotrophic nutrition that involves the injection of complex organic food substances for digestion and absorption. So, in the holozoic mode of nutrition, the organism has to take in the food substances for digestion and absorption to occur inside the body of the organism. Example is human being, as you can recall. So, steps in holozoic nutrition include injection, taking in the food substances, digestion, breakdown of the food substance, absorption, that is the process by which the cells are able to get access to the nutrients or the energy stored in the food, assimilation and ejection. Common in protozoa, most animals, and carnivorous plants. Hope you know carnivorous plants. Yes. So saprophytic nutrition. That's the second type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So saprophytic nutrition is a type of heterotrophic nutrition in which organisms secrete digestive juices onto food substance to digest them outside of their bodies. That is extracellular digestion, and absorb the useful nutrients into their body. The waste remains outside of the body of the organism. So, in the saprophytic mode of nutrition, the organism will release some digestive substances from its body to the food substances for digestion to occur outside the body. That is why saprophytic mode of nutrition is also known as extracellular digestion. So when the digestion is done, the organism will only take in the nutrients from the digested food substances. So in such organisms, there is nothing like ejection. So let's talk about the parasitic nutrition. This is a type of heterotrophic nutrition where the organism lacks digestive enzymes and depends on already digested food nutrients from another organism called host and causes harm to it. With this type of nutrition, the organism lacks digestive enzymes. So the organism depends on the already digested food substances. That is, the organism depends on other organisms for food, shelter and protection, as the name of parasite even implies. So in parasitic mode of nutrition, the organism depends on already digested food substances for nutrients. That is, the organism obtain its nutrients from the already digested food substances. So we will end the first part of nutrition here. Please kindly subscribe and then follow this channel for you to get access to all the topics. Thank you and stay blessed.